he pulled wasn't having a good game, and that's what we're gonna see, man. If you not cooking, you got to sit down.
And that's where that's where like just not having Bobby hurts us because I feel like hey you can pull him like and Sims you got to play him. You got to play him to develop him a little bit too, right? But again, what does that rotation look like when you have Bobby available too, and then you have Sims? I'm very curious to see what that looks like. I think it's certainly going to help, But let's see if Trey can get us back in there.
I think we are. I think we are back. I think we are back. Somebody let me know. But I believe it is
Are we
back.
back in the room?
Yeah, let me know. Let me know if it's back. I believe it is.
Somebody told people to come on in the room. People told you there ain't no lights on in there. Turn the lights on in that room, bro.
Yeah, I think it's back, but I can't.
Look like we back now.
All right, I bet. Okay, so we're
back?
Okay, so we're
go ahead, bring us back in live, big dog.
So we are back in the room. One more time, back live. Cream City crossover. Let's keep rolling. Because I don't know how I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how much longer we're gonna have to do this because I don't know if this is gonna get cooked again. So let's just keep rolling. We want to obviously. Well, let me do this. Since we're here, let's thank Curly's Waterfront Sports Bar and Grill. Let's get that out the way. Tomorrow night, go out there, get your go to Curly's out in Pewaukee, Wisconsin, Lake Pewaukee, all of that stuff. I want to thank them for sponsoring us. Wednesday and Thursday night, what they doing, JT?
Bingo and trivia.
Yes, sir. They doing that bingo. They doing that trivia. If you do well on bingo and trivia, what they gonna give you out there?
$3 tickets.
Yes, sir. You know where they giving them to you at?
Say what?
You know where they giving? You know where the tickets are?
Section 102.
Yeah. Section 102, row 23, seats 1 and 2 every Wednesday night. Bingo every Thursday night. Trivia. And then tomorrow night, of course, if you're out there at Curly's Waterfront Sports Bar and Grill, $3 bottles and pints during the Bucks televised game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tell them the Guru sent you. Tell them that the Cream City Crossover sent you. Curly's Waterfront Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of the Cream City Crossover. Again,
Drink that boy out of them $3 joints. Drink everything you possibly can, but make sure you get an Uber or a designated driver.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. If you're curious about the Bucks' schedule coming up, and again, just to note, the Bucks do have the Lakers March 13th, and they have a March 20th. It sounds like LeBron James is not going to be available for either one of those games, which. He has a groin injury. Hey, they saying it's the curse of Stephen A. Smith. They say, hey, you can't talk to Stephen A. like that and not have something happen to you, dog.
We got to get to the look around so we can talk about this. This is objectively, this makes absolutely no sense.
No, we will. But looking ahead, yes, but so it looks like that's going to be, again, they still got Luka Doncic, so you have to factor that in. But he's going to be alone by himself out there trying to win. And it says LeBron's going to be out for weeks with the groin injury. But you have, again, that's why tonight was so big. You wanted to win that game, but again, it's okay. You got the Cavaliers coming up tomorrow. You have the Pace, and then you have the Cavaliers tomorrow night. Well, really, it's midnight on the East Coast, so you have them tonight. You have Indiana coming up on Tuesday. You have the Lakers on Thursday. You have Indiana again Saturday. You have that's a back-to-back because you have Indiana, Oklahoma City Saturday, Sunday. You have the Warriors next Tuesday. Then this is your road trip, your West Coast road trip. You go Warriors Tuesday, Lakers Thursday, Kings Saturday, Suns the next March 24th, Nuggets March 29th, Knicks March 28th. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 game gauntlet that's coming up. And you guys are talking about wanting to get to that 3 seed and beat the Knicks. Again, there's some questions as to, I think there's some legitimate questions as to would you want? I mean, again, if you don't think the Cavaliers are good enough, Would you rather be the 4-5 instead of the 3? Because again, if you're the 3 seed, you're playing Boston second round more than likely. If you're the 4-5 seed, you're playing Cleveland second round. So what matchup do you really want? And again, if you are just a note, if you're just tuning in, this is our part 2, first part. That's why this is gonna look kind of funky. But we again, I'm trying to run production here, having some production issues. So again, just want to appreciate you guys sticking with us through the technical difficulties. But that's an 11-game stretch, and if you're looking for that 3 seed, JT, I just told you you're probably going to need to. I mean, again, you probably have 4 to 5 games that you can even lose. That you even have now. Again, we don't know what Brunson turned his ankle, so we don't know what he's looking like. But you only have about maybe 6 at the most that I think you can lose and still get that 3 seed. This is an 11-game stretch. You can't go 5. You can't. I mean, in normal circumstances against these tough opponents, you can say, okay, well, yeah, 6-5 is cool, 7-4 is cool. If you go 7-4, you can probably that means you will. Again, we keep talking. There's 20 games left or whatever. If you go 7-4, probably something like that in this stretch, you're probably still going to be 3 games or so back from New York. With instead of having 20 games to go, you have 10 games to go, and it will be very hard to catch them. So realistically, in these 11 games, what do the Bucks need to do if you want the 3 seed, or what do you think they do? You have Cleveland in here, you have the Pacers twice, Lakers twice, Thunder, Warriors, Kings. The Suns aren't that good, but you also have the Nuggets too. Nuggets will be looking for revenge after you just beat them.
Yeah, this is an absolute. This is rough, and I don't know. I mean, do y'all want to try to start getting predictions? You think we split? You think we can win 60% of these? You think we can split? I think it's legitimately. I think we can maybe we can win 60%, right? Maybe we can go. I don't see us going any worse than 500 over this next stretch. But it's rough, man. It's rough out there, and what you really hope is that you can get to this next stretch with no injuries, and that you can at least. I think 500 and no injuries. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, when I'm looking at this, man, and let me drink a little bit of this Milwaukee Bucks Kool-Aid. That's some good Kool-Aid. I'm thinking 9-2. 9-2 on a light day. Look, I feel like with LeBron going down, and the thing is, if we can get these 6 guys getting 10-plus points in these games, I think we're going to be fine. Because, Guru, when you dropped off, that's what we were kind of talking about. We're not looking for Kuzma to pick up that lion's share of Middleton in his prime. We got a plethora of guys that can do it now. So if you get 6 guys at 10 or more, I think in that streak, I mean, I'm not worried about the Warriors. I know they're playing good basketball. I'm not worried about the Kings. Definitely ain't worried about Budenholzer and them Suns. And with LeBron being out, like, Luka is phenomenal. I think Luka is one of the best players in this league right now. But it's kind of like what you talked about previously when we were talking about Giannis against the Knicks. Luka can't beat you by himself. And them other boys, that Vincent boy and that who's the other boy, JT? Who them other boys, man? Them other dudes, them jokers out there. Them other jokers they got in purple and gold. I don't know them dudes, man. Dudes, man. Give me some of them other dudes, man. Who they got? Jackson Peoples.
Jackson. Yeah, you got what they got? They got Dorian Finney-Smith over there.
Yeah, that dude too.
Yeah, they got your boy Gabe Vincent.
Yeah,
that dude, that Joker.
No, they also have what's the young fella's name? Oh, LeBron James Jr.
No, Bronny. Hey, Bronny might get some run. We might have to play James after all.
Hey, that pull up game stupid, dog. You better chill out, JT. You gonna be on the Cream City crossover. Come on, LeBron. Come on.
Keep my son's name.
You ain't doing that. Hey, Fletcher ain't pulling up on us. You ain't worried about them. We're not gonna stop. That's the problem. You're not gonna bully us. We don't care. Like,
the homies in the chat already be calling me Drake, which is just terrible because I ain't no Drake, man. Like, no. But I prefer when the homies talked about. I get them no thick ass glasses back and be common again. But I'm gonna tell you this: as a president of the light skin club. Them boys on the Lakers got too many light-skinned dudes to beat us 2 in a row, man. They had too many light-skinned dudes out there. They beat us, man.
Kuzma's out there on
the
the
other boy,
Lakers team
what
that won
other
the
boy?
championship.
Steph
He's
Curry?
one of the president of Light Skin. He's
He
the vice
ain't
president
beating
of
the
the Light Skin Association. Him and you got Steph Curry over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know. Did we ever replace the president of the Light Skin Club? Because I think the real president was Prince Rogers Nelson. I think that was the real president. I don't know. We just leave that spot vacant. Tatum wants to be it so bad, but we're not.
We ain't claiming him either.
Tatum,
we traded him for Luka.
Is out here.
We traded Tatum for Luka.
Yeah, we traded Tatum for Luka. I mean, we got Obama on the board though. He on the board, but Obama on the board of directors for the Light Skin Kings.
Trey, this is why JT can't have no more load management, dog. We need someone to take it off the rails when the Bucks lose, and I'm about to just throw my computer into the wall. Shout out all y'all.
I don't even know. Are we back? I don't even honestly we literally just let this thing fly at this point because I don't know if we are. It looks like we're back, but I don't know anybody hearing that.
Now we got the homies. We got the homies. Daniel going.
Rick Hamilton says start.
We should be able to beat them twice. Pacers should be an easy win. Oh, that's tough. Knicks without Brunson easy. All right, Daniel, I hear you, brother. Warriors, OKC, and the Nuggets are going to be the toughest teams. Hopefully tomorrow night we get a preview of the Cavs. And then Rick Hamilton's back, and he's back on the start KPJ. Everybody want to get rid of Dame, man. That's what you missed for you got cut off, Trey.
Oh,
they all want to get rid of Dame.
Nobody hear me?
The boy Billy Bobby, I hope he comes back. He was saying that Dame isn't a good closer. Like, it's going crazy tonight, man. We lose by 2. And Dame had a bad game, according to a lot of folks. What he had, 26 and what y'all say, 26 and something?
It's tough, right? Like the Dame thing is tough because I think that Dame is playing really well. Like there's no question about that. And the numbers support it when you watch him play. You're seeing a lot of good from Dame, but I just feel like I think there's a good segment of Bucks fans that just expected more or expected it to be a little bit different. And I go back to understand that when he was in Portland, he was literally playing hero ball. That's a different mentality altogether when you're playing, again, the Bel Air Academy offense. When you are the offense of that entire team for an entire decade, right? Like it's good. So I say that to say that this is a different Dame experience. This is a better team that's fit. You got more, better coaching. You got better play. You got a superstar next. There's just a lot, and I just feel like there's a lot of people who just expect to see maybe Portland Dame, and you're not thinking about the context of why Portland Dame was Portland Dame versus Milwaukee Dame. It looks different, but different is not bad, right? Like different isn't bad. I think Dame has played pretty well, and I'm not out on Dame at all. I think most Bucks fans are not out on Dame either. But I do think that there's a segment of Bucks fans that just expected more. They just expect, and some of that is expectations that Dame created from what you saw him before in Portland. But yeah, no, I'm not knocking Dame.
Can y'all hear me now? You hear me? Nobody hear me? All right,
Trey, are you cut? Is Trey cut? Trey don't have a mic?
We can't hear you no more.
Trey don't have a mic? Ooh, production.
You can't knock a guy who's a back-to-back all-star. What is he, 25 points per game both years? Pretty close to that if he wasn't last year. I know the homie Quick Draw McGraw said in the chat, man, and hopefully we get Trey back. But homie Quick Draw McGraw said he can't wait till Brook is off this team. And I feel like I hear you, and I think this is our last year with Brook. Quick Draw. I
100%. I agree with that. I think the decline in the physical skills of Brook, the decline is rapid. This year is a dog year for Brook. I mean, literally, I think honestly, I would be surprised if Brook was a full-time starter anywhere after this season with how things are looking. But I think Brook might have to get a good 15 to 20 off the bench in another city.
No, I think he has to retire, man. He's 36, bro. But I do feel like Brook will have a game or two in these playoffs that will really, and you'll be like, all right, well, that's where he is. That's where we need him and stuff like that. Like tonight, he was just kind of close on a lot of stuff. But it's like he gets close and then he doesn't kind of get the block shot. Hey, but Brooke isn't terrible, man. Like, and I get it. Quick draw. I hear you, bro. I hear you. And a night like tonight makes you really like, what are we doing? Trust me, I had him on 2.5 rebounds and I missed my parlay. So I feel you, quick draw. But like Trey mentioned earlier in the show, man, there was a game where he had 13 rebounds.
Did I lose you, Justin?
No, I'm here, bro. I got
you. Is Trey, are you back?
Nah, I don't know.
Trey, are you back?
Y'all can hear me? No.
Trey not back. Nah, Trey audio. Somebody cut Trey's mic.
Well, you want to – so I guess we go – what we do – let's just go to the look around real quick, man, and hopefully Trey Mike will come back, man, because we got to get the guru opinion –
on the Stephen A. Smith, LeBron James.
On the Stephen A. Smith, man. I know he got a lot to say, man.
We got to talk about that.
Oh, if he ain't got a lot to say, I know Trey Crosby II got a lot to say about it. You know his frat brother, that Omega Phi Psi boy, Stephen A. Smith.
So what we gonna do? Hang on. So look, this is patchwork, right? We gonna call Trey, put him on speakerphone.
I think that's good money.
We're not doing that. That would be too messy, huh? That'd probably be too messy.
Refreshing the whole thing gonna mess it up. All right, we gonna keep rolling, and then we gonna let you jump in with your mic, man. So, JT, do your little thing about.
All right, tell me if that works.
And I'm gonna follow you.
Let's do this real fast, right? You know, we want to give out game balls tonight.
Oh, look, all right, yeah. Oh no, do your Stephen A. Let's go look around first.
You want to go look around before game balls? All right, well, we'll see if Trey can jump back in. You know, Trey should be with us momentarily here. So, you know, for context for everybody else, y'all all saw Stephen A. confront LeBron James going during the game. I don't think the game was over at that point, but LeBron James confronting Stephen A. Smith, and the lip reading of it looked like he said something about, saying nothing about my son, or like it was almost different. And then Stephen A. came out. I wish we had that clip, and Stephen A. talked about, this was a father protecting kids. It wasn't somebody who was mad about this. It was a father protecting kids. So that's kind of the context for everybody who hasn't seen it. I'm assuming everybody in the chat who's watched it has Twitter, so y'all have all seen it. Y'all have all seen what happened. And look, here's the one thing I'll say is I understand a father trying to protect their child, but there's a couple of things here. One, you thrust this kid into the spotlight. You did. I don't think anybody who watched him last year said this is a one-and-done player who learns his bigger. Not to mention the manipulation on draft day. You told teams, don't draft him. He needs to go here. He needs to go here. And again, I am all for that opening night moment when LeBron James had that moment with his son, Bronny, and he had him mic'd up. I thought that was dope. Father-son thing. Absolutely loved it. Having said that, you can't say your son is beyond reproach here. You can't say that we're not allowed to comment on this son and basically state the obvious that he's clearly not ready to be an NBA player full time. And like Stephen A. is right. For him to be, one of the first ones off the bench on the first quarter, like that doesn't make any sense. This is a contending team. This is a team in the mix in the West, right? This is at least will be a playoff team at worst. I mean, it just does not make any sense. And I think that for LeBron to go confront Stephen A. over that, I mean, look, that is and I'm a LeBron James fan. I support a lot of his moves, but I thought that was just objectively goofy in any way, shape, or form. Because what lie did Stephen A. tell? What lie did Stephen A. slander his character? Did Stephen A. make up lies about this man? Is he talking about him off the court? No, he just said what we all know right now. He's not ready to be an NBA player. Listen, to be fair, there were 60 guys drafted on draft night. How many of them are ready to be full-time NBA players? There's a lot that aren't. So I don't understand this sensitivity with Bron over Bronny when literally you're just stating the obvious here. I mean, his team doesn't think he's ready to be a full-time NBA player. He don't be like he's spending time in the G League too. So I don't understand this level of sensitivity. I thought that was clownish for LeBron to do that to Stephen A. Having said that, I thought it was great that Stephen A. stood his ground. And look, I said what I said, and I said it with my entire chest. Right, because there's the one thing you don't run. LeBron James has run the NBA, and we see that. But the thing you don't run the media. That's the thing you don't run. You don't run the media. In fact, the media kind of runs you. So, like, what are we doing here? Like no, this was terrible. Salute to Stephen A. Man, I wish we had Google in here. You remember when Trey was confronted Stephen A. and had that? That's the one thing Trey's done I did not agree with. You remember when Trey was yelling at Stephen A. when he was in Milwaukee? Oh, we gotta get the man in the chat. He gotta get in the chat. It was just ignorant. I was watching this man Trey screaming at Stephen A. and I was like, why are you there yelling at this dude? And then, you know what? Stephen A. did say some foul stuff about Milwaukee though, calling it a terrible city. So like,
it was really bad, and that's why the homies wanted to rent a Makia to drive to the crib. You know what I mean? Like, hey, so like I agree with everything that you said about Stephen A. and like LeBron. If you're going to be in this place, you're going to put your son in this position. You got to kind of take those lumps, man. And I hate to say it. I know the homie D Hunt 608. He watches us, big time Laker fan, big time LeBron fan. LeBron is his GOAT. Completely agree with it. And I feel like LeBron is playing out of his mind this year. I hate that his growing is hurt because I want to beat them with LeBron. But the fact is, man, you got your son here. So, man, you're going to have to kind of take it. And you talk about guys that were drafted. You had 60 guys that were drafted. Hell, we drafted a guy that wasn't NBA ready in A.J. Johnson.
Right.
But the difference is his dad isn't on the Milwaukee Bucks, so he's not catching that same smoke. You want me to run through these scores real quick? Or we got Trey back to run through the scores?
You got TC, you back in the building, bro?
Could you hear me? Someone hear me?
Nope.
No, they can't hear me. I think the YouTube can hear me. Y'all can't. So, I think they can hear me. Y'all
check your speakers or something. Hey, take your headphones off and just go to your computer sound. See if that works.
Yeah, I might have my headphones. I didn't have a mic plugged up to mine.
Check.
I'm gonna give you the scores real quick while we wait for the guru to lock in real quick. So, obviously, Orlando Magic 111-109 beat the Milwaukee Bucks. We had the Charlotte Hornets in the great state of North Carolina, 105-102. I noticed we ain't had that Nets boy coming in here talking trash, maybe because they lost. Houston Rockets, $146, beat the New Orleans Pelicans 117. Chris Middleton's Wizards, 118 win, 118-117 over the Toronto Raptors. I'm sure Drake missed that one. Thank God for these Atlanta Hawks, 120-118 over the Indiana Pacers. Chicago Bulls got a win over the Miami Heat, 114-109. The Golden State Warriors, newfound energy with Jimmy Butler in the building, 115-110. And then you had a $111 to a $101. Jason Tatum dropped a 40 ball on the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James went out with his growing. I think we saw the Duke Blue Devils kind of hand the UNC Tar Heels a loss, excuse me. And then Trey, they can hear you in the chat. We can't hear you though. And then lastly, Marquette, tough loss tonight. They kind of fumbled it up tonight. Gave away a win. Chase Ross kind of fumbled that rebound, 86-84 to St. John's. I don't know how the hell Penn State came into Madison and messed around. And Jesus Christ, Penn State came in there and beat us, I think, 20 games in a row. Something like the Magic, 10 games in a row. So, man, it sucks. I guess we go to game balls, JT, unless you got someone to look around, my brother.
Hey, at the end of the day, college basketball season, to wrap this thing up, it happens, man. It happens, and we're at the time where anything can go down at this point. But you know what, though? Just like them Badgers and them Golden Eagles, you commit to not losing from here on out. Here we go. Here comes the streak. Start of the streak, right? And that's kind of the best you can do. I think this Marquette team, that Marquette loss was a bit heartbreaking too, but listen, again, it's all behind us now. We don't care about the regular season. Now it's postseason. So everybody's got to prepare to lock in for their respective tournaments. And let's get it. Let's get it. Because you know how you avenge a how you avenge a loss of the last regular season game of the season.
How you doing, JT?
By winning that conference championship. That's how you do it, right? That's exactly how you do it. And watch them Badgers. When's the last time they won the Big Ten? Was it 2020?
It was 20. It might have been 2020 with the COVID year, but that's an artificial win because it kind of cut it short.
Forgot about that. Yeah. When was it before that?
Might have been
like
the year after Kaminsky and the boys left. Might have been the Bronson Koenig, Nigel Hayes year, so that might have been 16.
Okay.
But you know what we got going on, JT? We got that bracket challenge, the Cream City crossover bracket challenge.
We gonna do that?
You beat the Guru. You beat JT. You beat the Wizard of college basketball, Chris King, and you beat me, the Homer. I'm picking Marquette in Wisconsin to play in the Final Four of the championship. You already go beat me. It's okay. But if you beat us, you get on the show with us, and it's a cash prize. I believe it's a $10 buy-in. Winner takes all. Well, no, we'll do first, second, and third. But the winner can get on the show, and I might just shut the hell up and let you talk for me, man.
So okay. So the winner gets on the show. Are we letting the winner host like that week's games or something with us, or like a couple games with us, or how we working this out with the winner?
I think we still in the planning stage of that, but you will get there, and we will have you here. And we will welcome you with open arms. It's a couple dudes that can't win for whatever reason it is, right? But we go let you in here. Hey, we gonna get this thing up there though, man. And
how we gonna do? We gonna start the group on like ESPN and start challenging, like, hey, have people just join our tournament group. Y'all want to do it like that, or how y'all want to do it?
We gonna let Trey and Chris King handle that. Them brothers, them smart ones, man. I'm gonna just be in here and try to, get a win or two, man. It's all gonna be bad for me. It's all gonna be Badgers versus Marquette, man. I really feel like Marquette really struggles with not having a big man, but I felt like Benjamin Gold, he played like gold today, man. So, we in a tough spot, man. You want to do these game balls?
Let's do these game balls, sir.
You want me to go first? You want to go first?
You know what? I'm gonna let you go first.
So I don't like giving the game ball to an opposing team, opposing player. I know the Guru's philosophy is you got to win to get here. But this is a rare case, JT. I'm going to give it to Jamal Mosley, coach of the Orlando Magic. That last challenge I thought was brilliant by him. He's a Milwaukee native. So I'm going to go Jamal Mosley. I can't even give out Chris King tonight, man. So you might have to give out all three of them, man.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Giannis tonight. I'm gonna have to give it to Giannis tonight because of the disrespect this week with the media and the lack of love and anything that he gets shown, and the fact that Giannis goes 37-11 and we collectively yawn as a fan base because Giannis always does that, and we just don't appreciate it. It's hard to impress us at this point because this is normal. This is another Saturday when Giannis does stuff like this. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Giannis tonight because I think he deserves it. And my guess is Trey may. I don't know where Trey would go with his. Chris King, kind of tough, right? I mean, again, did they go KPJ? Did they go Dame? Yeah. Giannis gets my game ball tonight, and that's kind of where we at.
So the chat, Daniel Harris has Cole Anthony. Lord have mercy.
Hey, did this man Trey just leave the set altogether? Trey said the hell with it. Trey said the hell with it. You know what? I'm walking off the set. Y'all can deal with this. All right. That's hilarious.
King of Kings says Giannis. Daniel Harris says Cole Anthony and Giannis. I'm going to guess if Trey had to go with a game ball, I'd probably say that he would agree with Daniel Harris. He'd probably go Cole Anthony because he made the plays that had to be made. Chris King, KPJ? Is that fair?
And you know what? And we don't have to dig into KPJ, what he does. I mean, KPJ has just quickly become one of our best, role players. I mean, KPJ. I'm excited about this team because you can KPJ, Gary Trent, Bobby come back. Like, we about to really, I think, make some noise. But we'll get into that eventually, man. We're missing the Guru tonight. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, we're having audio issues, but we definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us. And, if you guys got thoughts on anything, tell us how you feel. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on T's and Q's. Hit us up in the comments. Hit us up in the comments after the video post. If y'all mad about Stephen A. Smith, let's talk about it. Talk about that. Y'all think Stephen A. was wrong. Y'all think LeBron was wrong. Let's talk about it. At the end of the day, we're here. We are a space for Bucks fans to get it off their chest. Now, we're not your safe space. I'll tell you that. We're not your safe space. We're just not. We're gonna always keep this thing a buck for you. But talk back. Here's a chance to talk back. Say something.
Yeah, man. No, totally agree with you, man. It's always a pleasure to rock out with you, man. Hey, man. We gonna push this thing on. We gonna carry water, even when the guru down. We right here with you.
100%.
King says Porter Jr. was balling tonight.
Yes, sir.
Daniel Harris, KPJ is awesome. Addition, honestly, love his. I can't even read that. It's all good.
Man, we had somebody earlier. Somebody was like, it was like Tejada or something. Had the lyrics in the song. They had a little Chris Brown Forever in there. They had the T-Pain in there as well. Like what? We was wilding earlier in the comments, man, too. Rick Hamlin's a good point here. Lopez off the bench, he can go against starters who are winded or against Indeed. Wow. Somebody asked, what's up with the Badgers? I don't know. Somebody asked, let's see here. Rick Hamilton, let's talk push tush. Okay.
Push tush.
Daniel Harris, right? Dame's done phenomenal. He's just not getting the foul calls. Very true. Quick draw McGraw.
Tenacity. That's what Daniel Harris said. Tenacity. Sorry, JT.
You said what?
Tenacity was a word that I couldn't read.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. Tenacity. You gotta have some tenacity, some fortitude. What we need.
Hey, so you want to talk about the Badgers for a second? Like, what's up with the Badgers, man? Like, I just feel like they kind of crapped the bed today, man. Like, they had everything in front of them for a double bye, and they crapped. Like, Penn State is literally the epitome of bad basketball. They're not a basketball school. They're trash. They're terrible. And we were up 13-14, and then we let them come back. And then them kids made plays today, man. It's just bad, man. You can't lose to Penn State and be considered a contender for this Final Four, allegedly. I think we're gonna rebound, man.
Oh, look, I mean, I hear you, and I'll tell you that, today, did you look like the 12th best team in the country? Probably not. But at the end of the day, it's a loss. It's a loss at the end of the season. It's the last regular season loss. Yes, you could have had the double bye in the tournament, which would have been nice, right? Because again, the more rest that you can have, because you're about to really go through a gauntlet. The tournament before the tournament, you're gonna go through a gauntlet. So the more rest you can have, the more time you have to prep. You love that. But at the end of the day, I don't think the Badgers. It's a loss. You got to get it behind you. You got to get it behind you because now it's time to lock in. Because right now, if I'm a Wisconsin fan, we're not planning on taking any more losses. Not at all. And let's start out and put a ring. Let's start out clutch your first hardware here and get that ring in the conference championship. I think that is a legitimate goal. And honestly, this Wisconsin team, to be clear, this Wisconsin team can win the Big Ten. There's no question about that. Yes, Michigan State looks good. Michigan is surprisingly good. Maryland looks decent too. But at the end of the day, this Wisconsin team can compete with all three of those teams, all three of y'all. They 100% can do it. There's no question about that. So, yeah, man, want to see you, boy. All right, Greg, what we doing? Right, Greg. Here's my thing about college basketball too. When you're a top 15 team, when you're a top 20 team, you're not even top 25 team. Unless you snuck in there unexpectedly. As a coach, you're not earning your paycheck till the conference tournament, right? Like you're not really earning your paycheck till the conference tournament. That's the way I've always felt. Is you don't earn your paycheck till the conference tournament starts, till the dance starts. That's just kind of what it is, right? Like generally speaking, yes, it's great when you get big wins on the road. It's great when you get big wins, big regular season wins at home. But like that's not what you're being paid millions of dollars to do. You're being paid millions of dollars to have your team compete on the biggest stage when it matters. Now, granted, you can't do like, what's my man's name in Green Bay? Yeah, you can't do that.
Oh, Doug Gottlieb.
Yeah, no, you can't do that right now.
So I think y'all seeing JT's prediction for his Final Four bracket. He putting them Badgers up in there. So y'all come on in the room. Like I tell you.
I need to analyze. Let me do this because I don't want nobody putting their 401. No, sir. Let me analyze the bracket. Let me read the lay of the land. Because they get. Yeah, we got to see how things shake out. Plus, we got to see how they look at the conference tournament. They get in the conference tournament and shit their pants. I mean, now all of a sudden we got questions.
Well, man, like this been a great show, man. I'm gonna leave you Oh, King of King, MSU, let's go. Hey, man. I don't know how y'all say that in Michigan, King of King, but where I'm from in the great state, in the good land, the right side of the lake, F out of here. Real quick before we jump up out of here, though. Rick Hamilton. Rick, we got to bring you to the front of the room, homie. Damon's still good, but he's not a superstar. Like, what we doing here? What we doing? He's not a superstar. He's top 75 at 75, man. Look, you can't harp on a missed shot, man. He missed a shot, and what me and the homie JT, what Trey gonna do, Chris King gonna do, we ready for tomorrow, man. JT gonna be here tomorrow. You gonna be here tomorrow for the Cavs?
I'm gonna try to make it in the building. I'm gonna try to make it in the building for the Cavs. Gotta go to the office on Monday, but we'll see.
This is the biggest game of the year. I'm gonna go ahead and speak for my homie JT. He gonna be here in the flesh. It don't get no bigger than this. And
where's Chris King at? Is Chris King with Kristen Gallagher?
No, he throwing them jokers out the bar in Dayton, man.
Oh, okay.
Hey, shout out to Dayton. We can't leave the show tonight without shouting out Dayton Flyers softball because you brought up Kristen though. But we got to leave. So what's your prediction for tomorrow with the Cleveland Cavs before we get up out of here, JT?
Man, I think I want to see the injury report, but I'm expecting Gary Trent. Hopefully he returns. And yeah, look, I think if Gary Trent plays, we come out tomorrow night. Provided that our legs ain't shot, we're gonna get out there, and I think we're gonna get Cleveland. I'm gonna say tomorrow night is a 3-point victory against the Cleveland Cavaliers for the Bucks.
3-point victory. So I'm gonna go ahead and step on a little bit of a loose end of the limb. I'm going Bucks by 12 or more. Like we sending messages now. We ain't playing with the rest of y'all NBA boys. Only dude that jumped on the bandwagon was Kendrick Perkins. So we gonna rock with Kendrick. We gonna go ahead on and we gonna beat the hell out of these boys tomorrow, man. And we gonna start this ball rolling in the right direction, man. So, man, go ahead and close this thing out, JT.
All right, man. What's TC say? Man, one time, gotta go ahead and salute to Curly's Waterfront Brewery. Man, we definitely appreciate it. What's our famous quote? Because I dare tell you the truth. Don't take no wooden nickels. It's JT.
Courage. Justin. Sorry.
The rare part, Trey's got to take us out. So we just did an outro and we still kicking it. Like, Trey, hit the button, man. Trey, hit the button. Like, bro.